What's up, everyone? All right, so in today's episode, we're going to talk about day trading in Antigua. Antigua is a small island in the Caribbean. If you've tuned into some of my other episodes of traveling and trading, you've seen me trading in St. Martin. And this is a little bit south of St. Martin. But from New York, from JFK, it's still a very short flight, less than 4 hours, nonstop, which is very convenient. So I'm all about nonstop flights, getting here and being able to settle in and, get comfortable pretty quickly. So one of the things that I liked about Antigua was the fact that I could get here on a nonstop flight from New York. Now, once I sat down and got settled in, I had already checked ahead of time when we booked the place that we're staying at to make sure the internet was good. And this is something that whenever you're traveling and trading, you want to do a little bit of legwork and make sure the internet's going to be good. That's really the most important thing, because if you don't have good internet, you're not going to be able to trade. And listen, I'm not going to spend my entire trip here trading, but I do want to trade each morning. So I want to sit down, open up my computer, look at the markets, and see if there's some opportunities. So I need a minimum quality of internet to make that happen. So usually what I'll do is I'll ask them if they can send me a screenshot from speedtest.net or fast.com, either of those, and show me what is the internet speed at either at the Airbnb, at the house, at the hotel, wherever it happens to be. So I did that for here. The internet looked good, and in fact, it's been totally fine, which is great. So that made that part of the working aspect of being here, nice and smooth. As always, when I'm traveling, I bring my laptop and my super narrow USB to HD. Well, actually, they're 1080, but they're USB monitors. So it plugs into your USB port, but then there are these really nice high-resolution monitors. So I packed 2 of those, packed my laptop. Both of those fit right inside my backpack, and that's basically the entire traveling trading station. There have been years where I've traveled with more equipment, trading using multiple computers and things like that. One of the things that's nice is that over the last even just 5 years, computers have continued to get better and better. So a computer today is more capable of me using it for trading and broadcasting, and even video editing, than maybe trying to do that with one computer 5 years ago. But in any case, so more or less, I would say this is a great place for traveling and trading, just based on the convenience factor. It's easy to get to, just like St. Martin, super easy to get to. That was not the case with British Virgin Islands. That was a bit more difficult to get to. Same with some of the other islands where you have to take a plane and then take another plane or take a boat, something like that. But it really depends on what you're looking for. For me, as long as there's good internet, that's the sort of base criteria to consider trading somewhere. And then secondly is, all right, well, just logistically, how easy is it to get there and how long am I going to be there? Because if I'm only going to be there for 4 or 5 days, then I want somewhere that's super easy to get to. If I'm going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks, then, whatever. It's okay if it takes 2 or 3 days just to get there. So I would add it to your list. Antigua, day trading here, no problem. Internet speed, not an issue, at least where I am at. But of course, you should make sure you check wherever you're thinking about staying to make sure the internet's going to be good. I did rent a car and drove around yesterday. They drive on the left side here. So that was good. The only thing was I kept using the windshield wipers instead of the blinker, because the windshield wiper, the blinker, they're flip-flopped. So that kept throwing me off every time I went to turn. I was putting on the windshield wipers. But I stayed on the right side of the road, did the roundabout, stayed on the right side of the road. And so BVI was also driving on the other side of the road, but the car I was driving I was driving in the same left side of the car as at home. Here, the car rental, I was sitting on the right side where the passenger would usually sit at home. So that was sort of doubly different. And anyways, but fun and totally easy to drive around. Drove around the whole island yesterday. It's not a super big island, so it's I think a little bigger than St. Martin, but was not, took a day to drive around the whole thing, and that was totally worth it. Good place to come and trade. Feels a little bit more, maybe like a little less going on than some of the other islands, but I loved it, and the beaches are beautiful. So great place to come and trade, and that's my 2 cents on traveling and trading in Antigua. So you guys were asking, so that's your update, and thanks as always for tuning in, and I'll see you for the next episode real soon.